gotta save them from your filthy clutches. Yeah, well, I got a jar of dirt. And guess what's in it? Beat that, you dried up grease dirt.
Hi, welcome to Comedy Parenting Radio. My name's Jerry Begley, and this is the only show that takes masks from Lost and Found at Work and uses them for stocking stuffers.
Ew! That's nasty!
Don't worry, I'm going to wash them first.
What were they doing in Lost and Found to begin with?
I told them to save them for me.
Ugh.
Today we're going to be doing a radio theater. What's the name of our radio theater, Joshua?
This town ain't big enough for the tools of us.
So everybody put on your spurs and your 10-gallon hats and
let's ready for fun.
Don't forget your tool pouches.
What would a 10-gallon hat be in metric?
It's a lot of liters. Stay tuned.
Speak up, because you can. Your mind is a powerful tool, and so is your freedom of speech. So use it. It's what separates you from being a number to being an individual. Thoughts, beliefs, opinions, creativity. It's what makes you, you. Stand proud and say it loud. Know your rights. Know your freedom to speak. This message is brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters, Education Foundation, and the Broadcast Education Association.
Man, that free coffee at these stores is something else, isn't it?
Boy, howdy it is.
You just need to add all the creamer and all the sugar, and it actually tastes like something.
I think they keep it in the coffee pot for months on end, and occasionally I come in and happen to get that pot.
It's 90% grounds.
So, if you're in search of good, bad coffee, just go to a store wherever it says free coffee and get yourself some.
Free coffee. There ain't nothing like it.
Move to the back of the bus, folks. Fill up the back seats.
Good grief.
Why don't you guys sit in the back of the bus?
Because you're playing Comedy Parenting Radio up here, and we want to hear it. Today's story is a tale as old as time. It's a story of squares, screwdrivers, radio alarm saws, and rifles that just might shake you in your boots. But it's the exact kind of thing you could expect when you enter the hardware store.
Wow, look at this little
Hey,
witch's
Look at
shrimp.
this little-
Look at this little witch's shrimp. It's just
Well, looky there. They got a new kind of glue on the shelf. This thing, you can squirt it underwater, and it dries in 5 seconds. I think I'm going to get a couple of cases of this. Uh-oh. Well, I'll be a coon's hind leg if it isn't Cactus Smith.
Sam Crickpaddle, I never expected to see you around these parts.
I always expected to see you around here.
Get it? Parts? Hardware store?
It's a stinking hardware store. Where do you think I'm going to be?
I don't know, maybe at the local Macy's, buying a plastic ruler.
So, Sam, it's you and your Weasley little sidekick got to come into the hardware store the same time as me, huh?
hey, you. Why don't you go be like an Adam and split? Hey, boss. Why don't you ask him what he's getting?
Yeah, Cactus, what you getting here at the hardware store?
Oh, you know, I'm just picking up myself a few Jaws of Lives.
Jaws of Lives. Never thought about getting none of those.
Hey, boss. Ask him what he's getting.
What are you getting, Sam Crickpaddle?
I'm getting glue today, and I'm going to get a new caulk gun.
I'd expect someone of your low caliber intelligence to require a steady supply of glue.
Listen, Mr. Glue Brain.
Glue for ears.
I've had about enough out of you.
All right, fellas. We're going to have none of this here in my here store.
Sheriff Possum, how's it doing today, Sheriff?
Pretty good.
So what you been up to, Sheriff?
Well, I just came over from the Johnson's Nin party. The ladies there were having an argument about who made the best pie. They'd almost cleared the leather before I broke it up.
Yeah, you know how those girls are. Who's got the best pie?
Who crotchets the best pot holder?
That was a second dispute on the way out the door.
None the case, Smith. I don't know about I want to see you around here anymore. I see you all the time.
And I see you all the time, Sam Crickpaddle.
Yeah, well, you're buying up all them tools every time I come into the hardware store. There ain't hardly nothing left on the shelf.
I gotta save 'em from your filthy clutches.
All right, you two all have none more of that.
Filthy paws. You know what, if you were working as much as me, you'd have a little bit of dirt on your hands.
Now listen here, just because I know a little bit about hygiene...
I know about tools.
I know about gloves.
I can do metric and I can do SAE.
I can out-tool you and your father.
I can do a saw backwards and upside down with my eyes closed.
And that's why your nickname is Three-Corner Finger.
Why, I ought to take this crowbar and beat you over the head.
I'm liable to put a couple nails through your blockhead.
I'm going to pour these ball bearings down your throat.
I'll stick this grease gun right up your nostrils.
That's it, boys. We're gonna settle this like men. 12 o'clock, high noon tomorrow, out on the street. You're gonna face to face.
Sounds good to me.
I'll be waiting for you.
Oh my goodness, I'm always so happy to see your tool collection. It's the greatest tool collection. So much better than that Cactus Guy's tool garage.
You know, here in the garage, I got 68,000 tools, and that's just on the east side.
Hey, boss, I think you might be missing one.
I'm missing lots of tools. You know, those stinking neighbors of mine, they come and borrow my tools all the time, so here's what I do. I mark every one of my tools with my initials. I mark every one of my tools with 2 colored stripe, and I've got the special number on every one of my tools so they know where to return it.
What was that number again, boss?
Every one of my tools has a special number marked 0077. In addition to that, I stamp the word WOW on every tool. That way the neighbors know where to return them, but for some reason I'm missing about 468 tools.
Our terrible tale continues at the other garage.
Wow, boss, look at all these tools, sparkling bright like a diamond.
My collection truly is superior. That Sam Crickpaddle has nothing on me.
Hey, boss, where's your 18-inch crescent wrench?
Well, it should be right here. It's missing. Oh, wait, let me check the log. Oh, here it is. I loaned it out to Mr. Davenport to fix his sofa.
But, boss, shouldn't it have been back a week ago?
Well, I'm sure he's got a good reason for keeping it longer.
Couldn't that Sam Crickpaddle could have taken it?
It's impossible. See, I am a smart man, and I mark my tools. Primarily, I have engraved my initials onto the handles.
Wonderful idea, sir.
Secondarily, I have carved LLOO also into the handles.
Genius.
Tetrarily, I have carved Mom into the handle. No one would steal a tool that says Mom. And finally, I put 2 colored stripes.
That's a really good idea, sir. You're a genius for thinking it.
Boy, I can't wait to meet him tomorrow face to face. That's Sam Crickpaddle. That Sam Crickpaddle's got something coming his way.
This is something.
I heard that
straight out of
the
Biggest showdown in the history of showdowns.
I say, sir, this day certainly is very warm.
I do say so myself.
This is something short of a bootstrap, right?
I can't wait to see when these guys come face to face out here on this dusty old street.
It certainly is almost 12 o'clock.
The sarsaparilla is on me, boss.
Here come the sheriff.
Let the caterwauling begin.
It's high noon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to see two rivals face off. At the bad end of the street, we have Samuel Crickbattle. He's been well known for his barn raising in 30 minutes, and also his laying of the Continental Railroad, which took him about 3.5 hours. And at the badder end of the street, we got Cactus Smith. His notable achievements have been welding the Golden Gate Bridge in 15 minutes. He's also well known for assembling all the IKEA furniture for the International Space Station. Blindfolded. And on Tuesday, he built a birdhouse for Mrs. Johnson.
Where are they? Where are they? I don't see them.
Why, look! Here they come!
It looks like they're wheeling their tool chests out into the middle of the street.
This is gonna be a good fight.
You would think for a mechanic they'd have some oil for them wheels.
Cactus Smith.
Sam Crickbattle. This town ain't big enough for the tools of us.
Smith, I had my little sidekick Weasel over at your place, and they found one of my tools over there.
Yeah, Crickbattle? Well, I had my little weasel his way into your garage, and he found one of my tools over at your place.
You got a whole bunch of my tools that say 0077. Wow.
Yeah, well, you got a ton of my tools that say LL00 Mom.
Let me see that ball peen hammer there. See? There it is. 0077. Wow.
Well, we have stripes on ours.
Well, we have stripes that are the opposite of yours.
Okay. Gentlemen, take 3 paces. Turn around and face each other.
Eins, zwei,
Dos.
drei.
Zupa!
All right, Cactus. Look at this nice set of Sears Craftsman sockets I've got.
Mighty fine if I say so myself. You think those sockets are something?
Yep.
Mine are snap-on.
Look at my Torx set collection. I've got them in all fashion colors.
Ooh, how fancy. I have a Torx wrench that is gold-plated. And it actually ticks.
I've got a set of the finest chisels from Edinburgh.
Imports, eh? I only buy American-made tools smuggled in by Tibetan monks. You see this here?
Yeah, you got to hold it up a little higher.
This here is called an air ratchet. I wouldn't expect you to know what that is, except saving the fact that you blow a hot air all the time.
Not only do I got an air ratchet, I got an air mousechet.
Yeah, well, I got an air catchet.
I got an air dogchet.
I got an air bear chit.
I've got a giraffe chit, an elephant chit, and a hippopotamus chit, and a leviathan chit.
Yeah, well, I got an air box jellyfish chit, which can look like any one of those things.
And I got a 1/4-inch punch.
Yeah, well, I got a jar of dirt. And guess what's in it?
I got can openers that'll open up every one of your cans of dirt.
Well, I got dirts that'll open every one of your cans of opening.
I got wind-up fly swatters.
And I got the latest electric fly swatter from Harbor Freight.
I got pickle twirlers and
And hot dog.
Yeah, well, I got a whole...
and holographic cotton candy makers.
Nuts. Well, I got a spiffy pair of work boots.
I got steel-toed flip-flops. I'm just getting warmed up.
Yeah, speaking of warmers, I got a hand warmer maker. It makes hand warmers.
I got electrocardio machines that'll resuscitate a frog.
I got this bolt that'll unscrew that one nut on a Ford Explorer.
I've got an entire barrel full of 2-inch cotter pins.
Those are the thick ones you can't bend.
I got a cotter pin bender that'll bend your cotter pin.
And I got a cotter pin bender that will bend your cotter pin bender. And it'll bend it better than your bender.
Okay. And beach ball plugs.
That's not even a tool.
No, but it's good to have spares. I got a money bin full of nails. The size of my washer collection is pretty big.
I've got hamster-powered plasma cutters.
That there's animal cruelty, unlike my alligator skin-covered chainsaw.
These hamsters volunteer. They're patriotic.
Oh, look at the little hands over their hearts.
Those were taped.
I don't know if I'm even going to stop this yet. It's just so entertaining.
You think all what you got is pretty hot?
Well, it's the middle of the day, you know.
Well,
I didn't put any sunscreen on before we did this.
Well, I got a double screwdriver.
Wait a minute. That's just two screwdrivers taped together.
Shush, dear sweet child, shush. The amount of mind that I have vastly encompasses to you, where I can clearly see that this is a dual screwdriver, not two screwdrivers taped together.
Yeah, that's industrial strength tape.
I'll bet your big washer collection has cheap fender washers.
Oh, yeah? I'll bet your hamster smells of elderberries. Furthermore, I've got an industrial-sized excavator discombobulator. Beat that, you dried-up grease dirt.
Your discombobulator's probably calibrated for a toaster.
Yeah, well, I bet your plasma cutter's got a list of errors a mile long, you rusty snaggletooth saw. And I bet you just clear the faults instead of fixing them.
I've had enough out of you, Cactus. I'm going to take this cow tie wire, and I'm going to bean you with it, because I've got 5 truckloads of it. Take this, you broken standard screwdriver.
You got a machine to help you aim?
Yes, I've got a machine. Where'd I get that machine to help? It's back there somewhere.
Well, you need to not clear the faults on that thing, because you missed me by a mile.
Your tape measures must be horrible, because that was 1 mile and 36 inches.
Yeah? Well, I got a concrete mixer with your name on it.
You better not throw that thing at me.
You better believe I'm going to huck this concrete mixer at you. Huck!
He's hucking concrete mixers at us like you can't believe it. Hey, Weasel.
Yes.
Go get my helmet.
Boys, settle down. I'll have no one throwing lead in my town. As a matter of fact, I'm going to arrest you two right now. Now, Cactus, let me see that hammer that's in your hand.
You're going to take my tool, but you won't take the tool of this lead pipe?
Well, I'm going to take the tools out of your hand. I can't have any of you whacking each other. Hey, wait a minute. Look at the writing on these tools. This tool here says, Mom, L-L-O-O. But if I flip it over, it says, Wow, 7700.
That's my tool.
That's my tool.
No, that's my tool.
That's my tool.
All right,
That's my
hold
tool.
it. Roll your toolboxes over here and let me see them. Every one of these tools says Mom, L-L-O. Or if I flipped it over, it could say, Wow, 7700.
Those are my tools.
Those are my tools.
Those are my tools.
They're my tools.
Those are my tools.
This man
No.
is a liar
All
and
right,
just a
stealing my
wretch.
tools.
Enough. Now I'm going to have no peaceable discord. I'm going to arrest you both, and I'm going to confiscate these tools until we can sort this thing out.
I got some handcuffs.
I got handcuffs.
Mine are better than his.
My handcuffs are better than his. They
No,
got
mine are
locks.
Smith & Wesson.
It doesn't matter as long as they hold you. Now, what in the world am I going to do with all these tools until I can
Here, let me
figure
put these
this
cuffs on your backside.
Let me put my handcuffs on you.
Okay.
My handcuffs are better. They'll give you a cup of coffee.
This looks like it might be the right time.
Yes, it does. we can acquire all the tools for ourselves.
According to the plan, this should work. Just follow my lead, okay?
Boys, now go to jail and think about what you done.
All right.
Alrighty.
The keys are in the cell.
Yeah.
First thing I do when I get in the cell, I'm going to remodel my cell.
You better not touch my corner. I'm going to remodel my corner the way I like it.
Mine's going to look better. Okay.
Yeah, well, I cook the better quiche.
Now, what in the world am I going to do with all these tools?
Well, this specific wrench, you must put to bed at 6 o'clock. And that one, it doesn't like its creamer with the coffee. It likes creamer with tea.
And this little guy has to be shined every 30 minutes, or else he gets really rusty.
Well,
You see, officer, I was thinking, if you would like, we could take care of these tools until you get the situation figured out.
you know, I would feel bad if I upset the little tools, especially those little hamsters. All right, y'all can hold on to them.
We will take very good care of them.
Yes, very good care.
Get the bag.
Now we have all the tools.
Gentlemen, take 3 places. Gentlemen, take 3 places. Gentlemen, take 3 spaces. Gentlemen, take 3 paces. Thank you. Paces, right. Gentlemen, take 3 paces. Turn around and face each other.
Turn around. It's like somebody unplugged him, then plugged him back in.
Gentlemen, take 3. Gentlemen, take 3 spaces.
You know, there ain't a lot nice about being in this jail, but my soap-carved monkey range is better than your soap-carved monkey range.
You seen how I redecorated my bed?
Hey, boys, you got a cake here from Mrs. Johnson.
Oh, boy, cake.
Thanks.
Ow!
Hey, what's that? Whoa.
Is that a file?